Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here's your brother in the spiritual struggle coming right back at you once again. First of all, let me just say this. Do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know the reality of life? What is going on? All the prophecies being fulfilled right in front of your eyes. This is not, see what you are witnessing right now on the world stage is not a coincidence. This was all prophesied in this book. Okay? Everything that you are seeing, believe it or not. Okay? First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have anything to gain or to lose. I don't have anything to gain by telling you this. I do this because I am compelled to do this. I was called to do this. And right now I'm doing it at this level. There's gonna come a time when I'm gonna have to do it in person, because this video platform that we have now is gonna go away. The devil knows that he's gotta stop this. He owns everything. He owns all the platform. He owns Hollywood. He owns other political parties. Heck, he owns this world. And today I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to show you that the devil really exists. It's not a distant figure of our imaginations, or that we create our own demons. No. We allow ourselves to become pawns of the devil, just like our first mother did, just like our first father did, Adam and Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna make this video as short as I can do this. I'm gonna do it like really fast, but let me see. Because first I want to read what I just wrote, then we're going to read some Bible verses, and then I do my summary, okay? All right, so here we go. But let me just ask you, if you are now ready for the truth, I suggest that you keep on walking. If you can handle the truth of what is actually happening around the world and why, then stay here. Because you know what they say, knowledge is power? No. The only knowledge that's power is the knowledge of God. Because the knowledge of the devil is already out there. And look what he has gotten humanity, the human creation on this earth. We are killing each other. We are hating each other. And the political system and the devil's disciples, they love this. And they exploit it, and that's how they control us. That's how they create divisions, okay? In fact, they have an old saying, what they say, out of chaos, they lie to create chaos. Okay, here we go. The devil is real. It's not a distant figure of our imagination. In fact, humanity has gotten so used to him that we have become one with him. And he has controlled every aspect of our lives, from the food that we eat, which is totally contaminated and polluted with GMOs. Okay? And if you haven't noticed, even the fruit that we eat no longer have seed in them. When you don't have seed, ladies and gentlemen, the devil wants to transform this creation, not just humans, but he's already done that. He has not just transformed humanity, he wants to transform what feeds humanity. You go to a supermarket, it tells you, seedless grape, seedless lemons. I mean, what kind of crap is this? Every fruit gotta have their seed. Okay, here we go. And he has controlled every aspect of our lives. Every idea, every religion, every crazy theories like evolutions, reincarnation, the political systems, every empire that has existed through a human history, he has control. Definitely science, and being that he's the author of life, and being that he's the author of life, we follow suit. In other words, we imitate him. We imitate the devil because remember, we have become one with him. In fact, years ago, I used to be a door-to-door salesman, and my selling was based upon lies. So we have followed suit. And this is why everything on this planet has been polluted. Because we are spiritually polluted and corrupted. From the air that we breathe, not just with the airplanes and all of that, but with the chemtrails, okay? Okay? Chemtrails are chemicals that they spray in the air, okay? To affect the human creation and the trees. Man has always worshipped the devil. Via religion, he has always worshipped the sun. Religion and its rituals, even witchcraft, which came out of religion itself. And the politicians and world leader has taken this to heart and has run away with it to control their respective society through our history. I mean, just take a look at the frail, absent-minded, weak, dementia Joe Biden, the supposedly president of the United States. Okay? Joe Biden, the president of the United States. And he has obviously lied to you all. He is cleverly but obviously destroying America. Because America's, ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, politicians, regardless of their party, there's no such thing as, different political party. It's all part of the same game. See, when you become part of the political circle, it's like you become a Hollywood circle. You cannot get away from the fact that you have, look what happened to John F. Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I may include the speech that killed John F. Kennedy. See, when you make a deal with the devil, remember, Joe Kennedy's father was what? A Freemason. Okay? In fact, all of America's presidents have been Freemason. We live in a Freemasonic society. It's not such thing that America was founded on spiritual principles. No, America was founded on blood and tears of the Native Americans and the people that were here before the Europeans came here. But here's what I don't agree with. Okay, and this is how they love this. They love to do this. The current people that are European descendants, the white people, they're not at fault. You cannot blame them for their father's sins. I love white folks just as I love Hispanics and Black and Native Americans and Chinese. It don't matter. We are all one creation. But we move on. You got to understand that there's been a lot of psychological operation that has taken place on American soil to destroy it. Because America is not a nation, ladies and gentlemen. Get that out of your mind. America is a corporation that just kept growing. It started, right? Remember 13 states, and look, it has grown to what? 50 states. Okay? Now, which by the way, number 13 has a Freemasonic significance. But anyway, I digress. Let's keep going. The system put Joe Biden in. Because the reality, ladies and gentlemen, I know they couldn't help themselves. Because they couldn't help themselves because, I mean, they thought about putting before Donald Trump, I mean, when Donald Trump was running, they thought about putting Hillary Clinton in, but it was going to be too obvious. And with this man, it is too disastrously obvious. So he's cleverly but obviously destroying America with the border crisis, inflation, with this lie, which I have shown you is a lie. He's playing you with this climate change thing. I'm going to include once again where he thought that the camera wasn't on, when he started like mocking you with convincing the American people that climate change is a real thing. All right. And that goes to, again, to the author of lie. You see what I'm telling you? All political leaders have run away with it. That's how they control their society. Because they are actually the devil's disciples. I mean, look what this man has done. And he hasn't even been a year. He caused the death of his sacrifice to his God, 13. And by the way, again, 13 is a very significant Freemasonic, okay? I mean, you see, everything is precise. 13 United States Marines. By the way, I was in the Marines back in the 1980s. In fact, I took my training right where that movie was filmed, Full Metal Jacket. Anyway, because America needs to fall in order for the devil to bring his final beast, an antichrist system that will last for a very short time. And the devil, he's got tremendous influence. Look at how many organizations he has created throughout times. Hollywood. That's why when you become part of Hollywood, you need to sell your soul to the devil. NASA, even its logo is a serpent sticking out its tongue. The scientific community. They also created groups like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and even before them, the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Movement, ladies and gentlemen, the Civil Rights Movement was another cycle. Did you know that just like religion was back in the Roman Empire, okay, the Civil Rights Movement was also a psychological operation. Just like the Taliban and Al-Qaeda, okay? Taliban was created by the United States of America. So was Al-Qaeda. Homosexuality has been normalized, ladies and gentlemen. This is how they control. You understand? By making you, making yourself give in to the devil's wise, the devil's impulses, then you become his prisoner, and then he has the right to destroy you. And the political leaders know this. Look at this. Homosexuality is a form of human depopulation on this planet. It's part of the agenda. Because two men cannot procreate life. And two lesbians, yes, they can, but look how they do it. Two women, unless they go to a sperm bank or something else, you know, you can think of it so many things. A woman can get pregnant, of course. So homosexuality and lesbianism is an insult to life itself. But if you go anywhere around the world, in Jamaica, or and you see the American flag, and you see the what is it, the L LG LGB LGB organization, something like that. Okay, hold on. So I want to make sure I get it right. LGBTQ, okay? LGBTQ, which stands for what? Stands for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. LGBTQ, and then Q means queer. Everything, ladies and gentlemen, everything is being transformed, and then right now it has been normalized for the first time in human history. Not even in Sodom and Gomorrah, and we know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. Drugs has been legalized. I mean, can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? When we were going through this pandemic, drugs were being legalized. Don't you see the connection? Don't you connect the dots? Are you sleeping? Number 3, abortion is accepted. Abortion, ladies and gentlemen, is the modern days of human sacrifice. It was first done in the dark in some abortion clinic, Planned Parenthood clinic, but right now it's in the open. In fact, the Democrats, they're pushing for abortion to be from the moment of conception to the moment when a woman is about to give birth, which is partial birth abortion. But anyway, so without a doubt, we humans upon this earth have insulted life. By insulting life, we have insulted the creator of life, which is the great I am. I am that I am, which most people know him as God, aka God. Okay? So, now you may say, Ruben, this is crazy, man. The United States created Taliban. The CIA created Al-Qaeda. The United States, along with George Soros, helped to create Black Lives Matter organization, and the CIA pushed for civil rights, for the civil rights movement in the 60s. Yes, yes, and yes. Because whatever they make, it serves their agenda. It serves their purpose. And then they what? Look what the Black Lives Matter founder, one of the founders did. She lives in a white community, in a multi-million-dollar house with walls around. I thought she hated white folks. What is she doing? You understand? Okay, so we have been played, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the theory of evolution. Here we go. That we've been here for billions and billions of years. That's another lie. The lie of medicine, pharmakia, which is the Greek word for pharmacy, drugs, which means sorcery, and that's what drug does. So when men tells you that they want to jab you with something which is supposedly good for you, no. is nothing but a time bomb. Believe me, that's what it is. They know how our body works. They know that our cells inside of our body have a mechanism, a system. Each cell in our body has a system. It's like a factory on each cell in our body. And then when he has no purpose, he just dies. And then other come on the scene. Okay? So first of all, look at the situation that happened in Afghanistan. Not only do we leave Americans stranded there and interpreters, ladies and gentlemen, not only did we betray them, and then plus the 13 Marines that were killed through this ISIS-K, because that's another thing they have, ISIS-K, which they come up, that's a term that they came up with, to blind you, to put you to sleep. You understand? Just like the word terrorism. Oh, we got to fight terrorism. Oh, there's a new boogeyman in town. When in reality, you are being played, psychologically being played. The war in Vietnam, 58,000 of our young brothers, of young men and women were killed in Vietnam. Needless, there was sacrifice. And then we killed like almost 2 million people. Ladies and gentlemen, America has blood on her hand, big time. Not just with all the wars. I mean, look what they did in Iraq. 1 million and something people dead. For what? Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. 9/11 not only was an inside, I don't like to use the term inside job. No, 9/11 was a ritual, a satanic ritual, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it was. But since you don't understand it, no wonder they think that you're stupid. You yourself think that you actually saw an airplane running through the towers and coming through on the other side, and you actually believe that because you saw it on TV. Ladies and gentlemen, the media is controlled by the CIA. Facebook is controlled by them. Okay? That's why, as McAfee said himself, he said, there's no such thing as the deep state. Deep state is a conspiracy. Okay? This deep state, the deep state is it's a conspiracy word to what? To distract you. Oh, the deep state this, the deep state that. First it was Illuminati this, Illuminati that. In fact, they even had it in song. Remember, what's his name? Tupac Shakur? Kill Illuminati. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, when you stand and fight against the devil, remember, you're not fighting it. The angels, God is doing the fighting for you. But then again, you have to be strong. You have to have a strong relationship with your Creator by following the 10 Commandments, praying to Him constantly, asking for the forgiveness of your sins, fasting. And I mean fasting. You could start doing it like half a day fasting, from sunrise to sunset, without drinking, nothing. Just taking it easy, reading the Bible, and don't even drink or eat nothing. That's the real fasting. or you can do 24 hours a day. Anyway, so this man, the current president of the United States, was put there. The only thing that they're not liking it is that this man is making it too obvious. But then again, they know that it don't matter anyway. They're not hiding things anymore. Everything is in the open. Something that was considered conspiracy theory years ago, it is reality today. Because remember, conspiracy theory was a term invented by the CIA back in the 60s. Because, hey, they had this plan all along. 9/11 was planned. 9/11 was destroyed by a nuclear device against with explosive. Okay? No, we know planes. Anyway, here we go. Now let's read the Bible. Couple of verses. Isaiah chapter 5. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. And by the way, what I'm reading to you here, okay, this is a man that existed way before Christ came on the scene, but yet he prophesied of him. But anyway, here's what the Bible says about what we are living right now. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20 says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." 21. "Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight." 22. "Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink." Okay? So isn't that the society that we are living in? The days of Noah has nothing. The days of Noah is like a stroll. It's like a stroll in the park. It's like a walk in the park. So just imagine what is coming to, especially to this United States of America. Because like I previously mentioned, America needs to be taken out. The dollar is going to crash soon. There's going to be economic mayhem. People are going to be eating each other. So inflation is off the top. The border crisis, the Afghanistan fiasco. You understand, crime in the United States is ridiculous, especially in Chicago. Why doesn't Black Lives Matter go over there? Because they know. They're only interested in that because they have been told that only when a police officer kills a black young man or whatever, that's when you go out there. In the meantime, the crime, the killing amongst ourselves, oh, that don't matter. It's okay. See, we learn to acceptance because this organization were created with a satanic agenda. In fact, the Black Lives Matter founder, they themselves said it. They are trained Marxists. And one of them is a lesbian. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot make this stuff up. We are the most clownish human civilizations in all of history. I mean, we are on the verge of destroying ourselves, but yet we care about you people. But we have nuclear weapons ready to erase every organism off the face of the earth. Oh, but we care about climate change. But yet, the first pollution that we need to work on is our spiritual pollution. When we cleaned ourselves spiritually, by giving ourselves up to the Creator, then you can talk about making this world a better world, because it will be anyway. By default, it will be. So we cannot deny the fact that humanity has always worshipped the devil. They're not hiding it anymore. You're gonna see in the links that I'm sending you. All right, now let us go to Romans 1. Romans 1. Romans chapter 1 verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. 21. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Verse 22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. 23. And changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things. 24. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own body between themselves. In fact, when the Bible talks about in verse 23, it talks about birds, and I mean, look at the Egyptian dynasty. They used to worship a man with heads, with bird, Anubis, the god of death. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been fools. We have run away with the devil. We have been worshiping the devil. And let's not even get into the Greek Empire. Okay? Which is another sad thing. That's where astrology and medicine actually was born. Okay? Which are vials of the devil. But anyway. And look at this. And this is what religion come in. All of the world religions. Because religion has been the most wickedest and the wisest and the most sneaky trick that the devil has played on humankind. So verse 25 says, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the man, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another, man with man, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense for their own error, which was meet. 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So you understand now? Okay? I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to convince you that the devil exists. I'm here to prove to you that the devil exists. And it is up to you to accept it, to accept that reality or deny it. And how this ridiculous creature, this eternal bastard, because that's what he's called in the Bible, a bastard. Okay? How this creature, ridiculous, that had everything, wanted more. It's the same thing with money. Okay? You got Big Pharma. Look what Big Pharma is doing. You think they're ever going to get enough money? Well, soon, when the dollar crashes. But then in their mind is, well, a job has been done anyway. You get the job, you will die. Oh, but we are going to die anyway, Ruben. No, we were not made to die. We brought death on ourselves because we disobey our Creator. See, action, reaction, cause and effect. The laws of nature. We cannot escape them. Okay? So in order for you to be saved, when you die, remember, we are all going to go in front of our Creator. Because life is a school. You talk about graduating from high school or graduating from university. No. You graduate when you make it into the kingdom of God, which is not going to be in some distant heaven. No, we are earthly creatures. We were created on this planet. This planet is going to be changed. It's going to be a new heaven and a new earth for us to live here as we were meant to live. The very purpose, the very reason as to why we were created in the first place, which is to live forever and for God to multiply through us. Okay? You think it's a coincidence that the Matrix resurrection came? It's going to come out when all of this is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, remember, Hollywood works with future events just like The Simpsons. Didn't The Simpsons predicted that we were going to have a woman president? Well, that's going to happen. Kamala Harris will become the president of the United States. Because this man is going to have yes, he's got blood on his hand. And whatever you do in this earth, okay, what goes around comes around. You live by the sword, you will die by the sword. You have blood on your head, you will get blood on you. Ladies and gentlemen, now you understand why I make this video? I make this video, man, because I want you to awaken to this wonderful truth, to reality, to put on your glasses to see reality. I have a television at home, but if you ask me if I ever watch it, I tell you once a week maybe. The reason that I have is because, you know, the internet came, a package came, internet, phone, and television. The modern life, huh? So I figured, wait a minute. I still have my kids, you know, even though they were grown. So I put it there, so I kept the account the way it is. Plus sometimes my wife wants to say something, but I hardly ever watch television. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm telling you is that the very soil, let me just flip flip the subject here. Not really, because it's all connected. The very soil where the United States was built back in 1945, I think it was, that land used to belong to a very satanic family, which are the Rockefellers. Okay? The Rockefellers, ladies and gentlemen. And do you see their agendas? Humanity is lost right now. They are hoping for some kind of aliens to come and save them from themselves. Humanity knows that if it starts a World War III, it's not going to make it. It's not going to survive. In fact, let me just read the last verse of the Bible. Matthew 24. To tell you what it is, to prove to you once again, biblically, to prove to you how much our Creator loved each people. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved alive. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. In other words, once the Antichrist system is here, it's here. It just needs, some things need to happen. Like, it's a game of chess. The United States needs to go. It needs to fall. Okay? That's why Joe Dementia is inviting all these people in. Because he's part of the plan. Don't be upset. Just keep your relationship with your Creator. Everything is in the plan. It's part of the satanic agenda. He's bringing all these people in just to what? To make you upset. All the people protesting around the world against the jab, ladies and gentlemen, the people that planned this saw this coming. They knew this was coming. And they will control these people. It's going to be hard, but they will control. Because humanity's problems will not be solved by man's hands, much less your lying politicians, which worship the devil. All leaders throughout history have all worshiped the devil. Get that through your head. That's why George Washington, the so-called first president of the United States, was named the first president of the United States because he was the first Freemasonic president. You understand? Hallelujah. Okay? This world does not know who are they messing with. In fact, they call them aliens. The Bible knows they're just fallen angel, fallen star, demons, the Nephilim. Okay? So please, in the days of Noah, humanity was destroyed, yes, but the spirit never dies. Remember, the spirits are eternal. So now, here we go in this last human generation. The devils are at it again. In fact, God is releasing much stronger demons by the day. So get that through your head, ladies and gentlemen. There's no such thing as aliens. We are the only ones on this earth. Because earth is enclosed. No one can get out of earth. Nothing can come in. But unless the Creator, He will open up the earth to punish it. And by the way, one last thing. World War III will be declared against God when He comes. When Christ comes with millions of his angels to get rid of all these demons and destroy humanity. And the only ones that are, like I just read to you, are his chosen ones. Okay? But the devil will convince you that there's no such thing as Christ coming back. There's no such thing as the devil coming back. He is the only God. Okay. What have you done for humanity is my question to this ridiculous, disgusting thing. I mean, for instance, look at Jennifer Hudson in Hollywood. She got most of her family killed in Chicago. Well, she got it made. They ask you for human sacrifices. They ask you to do a lot of weird things in Hollywood so that you be compromised. And so that's why all the politicians are compromised. So America is one big mess that is going to unravel, and it's going to shake this whole world. But the devil is ready. He's got a backup plan. What they call it? The reset. The devil's got the hand on the reset button. Okay? Remember how the governments of the earth governs society with the Hegelian dialectic, which actually is in the Bible, which was actually done to our parents, Adam and Eve, by the devil himself. What does he do? What do governments do? They create problems, wait for your reactions, and then comes the solutions. I call it the devilish dialectic, not the Hegelian dialectic. That's how they control you. They work you. They work your subconscious mind through subliminal. In Hollywood, they go deeper. They use MK Ultra to mind control you. Do your research on MK Ultra. By the way, one last thing, this present pandemic that we have on this planet is connected with the climate change agenda. That's why people are walking around with diapers on their faces. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. And don't forget the links. And there's more, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get out, okay? We need to get out of this madness. Death brings money to people. The devil is profiting of killing people. He has always been like that. In fact, I used to be a drug dealer. What does a drug dealer do? He kills people. Do you know that I used to sell drugs to even DEA agents? Believe it or not, Drug Enforcement DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA. Did you know that I did cocaine with some agents from the Drug Enforcement Administration Agency? Ladies and gentlemen, it's all a freaking joke. It's a lie. Wake the hell up. Anyway, I love you all. See you on the next one. Y'all take care.